Hello, and welcome to my modded Minecraft Let's Play, particularly all the mods 9. Um, I've done a little bit of YouTube before. I was very young, and I never really decided to pursue it, but here I am. I've played on this world since February 2025. And it's been an on and off project here and there. I don't have too much going on. Okay, I might have a little bit of everything going on here, but a year into a world, one asks himself, what are you gonna show? You've done pretty much an entire section at least of the mod pack. And my answer to that is I get bored. I built all of this, starting from survival. And I know it's not a lot, and I know it's not very, crazy compared to people like just other modern Minecraft YouTubers. I look at all them Greg Tech YouTubers and they're fucking like, oh, oops. Not yet. I'm not there yet. But you watch all these other YouTubers play modern Minecraft, and they go really, really far into the technical aspect of the mod pack, which is like your farms, your electronics, your engineering. Pretty much, it's hard to explain. Like, I don't know, but here's the thing: I'm not. I don't think I have enough brains for that yet. So what have I been doing? I have been playing for a year to my heart's content. I know I'm not, I don't know a lot about Minecraft mods at all. I've been learning my entire way through this playthrough. Like, every time I do a mod, I have to tackle one by one. I see I got Greg Tech Steam Age over there, and then over there I got Create. This I built because I was bored, and that's kind of what leads me to start this series. This is Larry and Barry's diner. Beautiful young chaps. But actually I want to head over to my favorite part of the diner, which is hangout area. Beautiful. See, look at this. Perfect for partying. But yeah, so if you don't mind, I'm probably gonna recap everything I've done in the last year or so of playing Minecraft All the Mods 9. It's been a little bit of a journey, of course. Like, I can put it on screen right now, but I remember when okay, I'm gonna start with the palace. This is my base. This is my headquarters, my HQ. I don't know. It started with this main part, this front part here. I remember building it. This was barren. I chose to make my base here because it was unique. Like, you look on the map here, it's like you're surrounded by all this forest. Yeah, I decided to make my base in the most miserable spot possible, which was like a gravel desert, but it snows. I don't know. It just looks barren and like a wasteland almost. But it made the perfect spot to basically build a big base. And honestly, I had no idea what I was gonna need for a big mod pack such as this one. I really didn't know what I was getting into. So I started with this first area, kind of like the entrance, right? This was kind of gonna be a great hall of sorts until I expanded it to like a main building. And I went for this big door. Oh, there's a huge asymmetricality in my base. And honestly, I don't think it's worth destroying everything and rebuilding it again just for the sake of making it look better. But it's painful, I gotta tell you. At least to some degree, it lines up here, but like, oh man, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna show it on screen here, and I'm never gonna mention this again because this bothers me too much. But You got one, two, three blocks coming inward here on the right, and then one, two on the left. And I was just forced to make my amends with that. It looks symmetrical enough, but if you take a long look at the corners here, and you see this 3-2 action going on, it's like I don't know what I was doing. I was low on resources at the time. I was so far in. I didn't want to put in any more time into building this huge part of the base because I was done. Right, I had just installed my refined storage uh storage system, and I swear to God, I was just mining and mining away, making osmium and osmium, more osmium pickaxes just to mine out enough stone for this thing. So I think that I recall that being the start here. Actually, yeah, I I'm gonna have to do a little bit more exploring. I have to figure out how to tell you where this all started, because in reality, it's kind of hard to say where I really started. All of this spans over the course of a year, and I didn't stop, like really stop working with one. I'm always putting new stuff in each thing when I don't have like creative roadblock. So we'll just have to see my pictures. I have a year's worth of pictures, by the way. You're probably already seeing them on screen as we speak. But at least until this point, I'm gonna have to refer to them because that's really all I have to, see a chronological order of progress in my world. Okay, so now that I've taken a quick look at our pictures, um, I recall it pretty much all started in these wheat fields. So, the reason as to why you might see some weird stuff going on with the map here is mostly because um, I've had this world over 3 different computers so far, and because of that, some of the progress I failed to save over. I don't know how to properly, you know, change this, or no, bring over like map data from world to world, and I don't really know how to do that. I'm not very well acquainted with Minecraft mods or loading in worlds, but this is where my journey began. Of course, we have this beautiful tower over here. I can show you some of the pictures on screen right now. But as you can see, this is pretty much where it all started. You said 20. Wow, it's actually I'm almost bordering 2 years with this world. Actually, I had no idea. That was 9/20. That's September 20th. Unbelievable. Yep. Okay, so here it is. You've got the palace in its very most basic original form. Now, my inspiration actually here was it was the Skyrim, kind of like the Skyrim Jarl Palace. I don't know what it's called in Whiterun. Like, how you got stairs on both sides. You can kind of see it a little bit. I have to pull up. I'm just gonna have to show you guys on screen. But so you got the early palace, right? And this is what it looks like today. So there's been quite a lot of work done since then. I love to see my old pictures. It's a great reminder of how far I've come here. So cave exploration, of course, kind of kept developing the palace, or me most. I just kept it going further and further. I just kind of wanted to keep expanding on it. Oh, the broom. Yep. So the broom was my way of flying around. That was my ride, man. That was my thing. Oh, and at first, yeah. So I was going for these more Skyrim-y, like darker, like tones to my base, right? Kind of get something like old and weathered, and because that's what the land around it looked like. It looked like an old wasteland, an old ruin, right? So the fir trees really didn't help because it had such a washed, like bleak color to them as well. So yeah, this is me starting out. This is me. Oh, right. So those are these chests right here. Oh, I used to have like 6. Here they are though. Those are the original 2 right here. Wood, fuel, sticks, and saplings. This is it. Some of the, it's like a ship of Theseus thing, you know. It's kind of. Even though I was starting to build this complete, like a bit differently than it is today, like little by little, I've been changing more and more to where I like it better aesthetically, and I think it fits my idea of what I want it to be. But it's just cool. It's cool to see all the differences. Yeah, there it is. So you've got the first pillars going up. Oh yeah, I was messing around with the windows. That took me a long time to figure out. I wanted to get to know better. The big mine, of course. Yeah, so I've been messing around with the window for a little bit. Of course, it took me a while, right? Because I don't know if you guys. Okay, I can show you here. But like, I was trying to figure out how to make this look both like it had depth, so I included some planks here, and then yeah, I put glowstone on the bottom of each one. So I would put on. You know what? Hold on. I would toggle shaders. Yeah, you know what? Give me. Okay, so I've put shaders on, and honestly, I think it looks really pretty. You can kind of see that little glow, but my game runs like crap, dude. Oh my god. Runs terribly. Like I can look up and there it is. Frame rate's back, but then I look down. Boom. Just the worst, man. I really like this mod pack, but my biggest gripe with it is that it just the way it runs is just terrible, man. I got a 50 I have a 57. I have an i9 15th gen, and I'm not trying to flex. I'm seriously not trying to brag or anything. Like this is what my Minecraft looks like with shaders on a 5070 with an i9 15th gen. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm recording. I don't know, but yeah, just brutal. But I love the mod pack. It really, the lack of direction really allows you to do whatever the hell you want. And it's good. It's really good. All right, so if we continue here. Oh yeah, so for Halloween, these weird creatures would appear and they were scary. So, oh, okay, this is when I finally started finishing the build in itself. All right, so this is back when I didn't really have too many ways of getting around. This is really all the territory I'd ever covered. So I had this broom, and actually it's actually a great design today. I put a window here, right? But I thought, man, every time I gotta come up here and then drop down to the ground when I'm flying up high from, I don't know, when adventure I was on. I would come over here, like I'd remove the window, and then I would just fly on through with the broom and then come off right here on the wall. It was great. Honestly, that make it feel like very cozy to come on in and out of here very quickly. So this is when I was messing around with shaders. I was playing with shaders for a while. I thought the game looked beautiful, and it did. I mean, I struggled to run the game, but it looked really good. It really did. Oh, I spent forever. I spent forever on this roof. Right here. None of this used to be here. It was just the bare frame. And that was it. It was a miserable little frame here. Just an entrance to a castle that didn't even exist yet. But we're going to get to that. So, there it is. I started making the door to the main part of my base, which was going to be my base. And then, oh, I made the workshop. So, this was when I was starting to get into create. Now, oh, what the hell happened here? I had a fire and I did not know. I think maybe the thunderstorm did that. That's pretty surprising. Anyone else? No? Okay, anyways. I was starting to get into create. And again, I was going Skyrim themed, so you know, I forget where you go. It's not Riften. It's this little town that you go to at Skyrim. I'm gonna have to show it on screen later, but you escape, and then you got a little mill here, and of course, I don't know. I was taking a bit of inspiration from that, so I'll make a little water wheel house thing. Have it like sink down in here. It was pretty cool. With the shaders, it looked really good as well. All for lights with trapdoors. Try kind of hidden lighting a little bit. And as you can see, this is a very bare minimum setup. This is a new addition. The engines are, but this is a very bare minimum setup for anything I had to make. However, go back here, we kind of have some crushing action going on. And this, I still use this. I still use this, like, very commonly. I don't really have space for another. I mean, I do. I have plenty of space, but I left it out of my factory here, create factory, which I'll get to in a moment, because that works just fine. Like, you can mess around with that enough. Okay, we'll get that to in a second. But yeah, we had the oh yeah, and it was just all wood first. That was all cool. I like that. Right, the village. So the way before I discovered that easy villagers was a thing in this mod pack, I found. Oh, this is easy villagers, by the way. You can put them in cases. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. No regard for them whatsoever, but you know, it's a quick fix for whenever you need your books. So this teleports me over to this area here. So it's into this big library. Oh yeah, this is Carlos. Hello, Carlos. Yeah, this is basically where I bred my villagers. It's pretty easy. They have plenty of beds, and whenever there's any more than 4, you just, you know, you right click onto them. Boom, fisherman. That's it. That's all it takes. I'll take a quick nap in Carlos's bed. But yeah, and then I brought them on over back to the palace, which as you can see here. Oh, damn, that's not nice. You can just re-roll. Okay, all these are already kind of apprentices, so you can't re-roll them. But like, for example, if I were to put in a fresh villager right here, I could just press re-roll, 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 and not have to do that whole breaking lectern crap. But believe me, it is hard. It is difficult because there's so many enchanted like there's pages upon pages. Like it's pretty hard to roll what you want, but thank God we have a roll option, because it would take forever to get any enchantment you ever want. But yeah, so that's where I found my villagers. Yep, this is what I'm talking about. You see this bullcrap? It looked very sad. Like it, it I was proud of this. I don't think I'd ever build anything as detailed as that. But because also one detail I forgot to mention is I have like this is like 2 blocks thick, but not in the way you think. You have got vertical slab, full block, and then vertical slab again. But yeah, it's a bit different than what I thought. But that really gave it a big beefy feel, like a real castle. Walls you can't get through. And so, but either way, I never ended up changing the walls from the inside and that of the outside. Because honestly, I was mentally roadblock. I want to keep one full theme before I start decorating in here. You know what? It's probably not too late to do that. But like right now, when I started building this, I really thought I was going to make something kind of like a castle or something like a palace. Literally, that's in the name. And it's kind of a palace, you know. But it's got more cathedral looking things going on. And honestly, I wanted to make it look almost, I don't know, just traditional castle like. But I guess this will do for now. It's my palace. Maybe decorate it later on. But yeah, That's it. That's my refined storage right there. And that's, yeah. So I was using refined storage to gather a bunch of bricks to create my base. At first it was like the same tone all around, but I thought it looked too this. Oh yeah, this is when I discovered iron spells and spell books. This is probably my favorite. This is like my my Glock, bro. Just it's like, you know, it's a nice spell. But that's when I was messing around with spells. Here, yeah, throughout this entire time, I was trying to finish this whole body, this whole everything. Like all this, it went through so much change, right? Because my main idea was to have an elevator, and I do actually have an elevator. It's quite useful, but I've only really used the first floor, and that's it. I made all of that. I made all this. Look. I mean, get the main floor, which has had some. It's had some uses, right? But no, I mean, all the space in for what? The bottom floor is actually the most useful. Like, let's do a quick. I won't go there yet. Let's wait for the pictures. But here, first floor. Oh, well, floor 0, I guess. Floor 0. Pretty much, I I've crammed as much as I can in here, and I still got a bunch of space because I repurposed things. Floor 1, empty. Nothing. Nothing at all. Here's the door opening mechanism. Hatch whenever I need to work on it or something. Watch this. I just love this spell. Whatever. Number 1, all empty. Whatever. And then number 2, all empty. It's literally just the elevator to get up to the observatory part. Yeah. Just something. Yeah. And as I was making it, I was also trying to like develop better ways for power, so I went up going to the Nether. Oh, right. And this was a time when I had to really struggle for resources. Instead of like trying to find quarries or anything, like I did this the hard way. I would hunter and gather, just the whole time. You know, all this. Oh, by the way, I had to excavate all of this. This used to be all stone and gravel. It was just a pain, huge pain, but it paid off. Cause I now had my base starting to be set up. I had a headquarters. I had a space where I could build if I wanted to or needed to. Um. Oh, I had a workshop which eventually ended up turning into this. Yeah. So went from being on that side of the wall, or this just whole side of the wall, to kind of coming on the side here. Because I was expanding the base. Oh, and I got refined obsidian. That was a huge step in my armor progression. Yeah, there you see it. You see? Kind of cool. This was over a year ago. And then that's when I had the idea, why don't we make this double layered? Right? Just go, I don't know, um 2 layers for this build. Honestly, yeah, I like the idea. I wanted to give it more layers, more depth. Oh, that's when I killed the wither. I was starting to make the elevator. Of course, you see it here. Wonderful little elevator. I like it. I could probably work on the design here, but I like the color. I really do like the color. I haven't really changed that all that much. And the basement, man. Oh, well, okay, we're not there yet. This is when it's getting into mythical agriculture. Don't even get me started on that, actually. I want to go on forward and kind of skip ahead. How much time have I poured into this? 15 minutes already. That's wonderful. That's great. What's this? Right. That's a funny little. Okay. So when I first built this base, right, taking inspiration from Skyrim, I was thinking, have these staircases go up, and then here in the middle have something cool. I never did that. Ever. I just left this blank. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Oh, wow. That's the first time in my world that I've been spooked like that. Yeah, no, I did not end up doing that. I ended up just like making a path to the elevator, and it's pretty lackluster. Not gonna lie. Like, this is where here you can obviously tell the disgusting off-center of my base here. Again, this is the one and only time I'm gonna mention this because it's just kind of yep, it's just kind of nasty. You see one block there, one block here. Oh no, just not good, not good. Right, the end. I would show you the end, but I really don't have anything going for it. Like, I really just went there for the elytra, some exploring. Oh, all the modium. Yes. All the modium. Right, so we got unobtainium, vibranium, all the modium. We have all of that now. I just, I went and made potions for them, made charms for them, and I just like, I went ahead and just looked out for them, I had Fortune 7, had it working out. Right. The Nether. So the Nether, with creating mechanism, I actually ended up making my first means of merchant production. Yep, here it is. This is ancient. Like right now, I don't give a crap about this anymore. My jetpack has so much electricity in it. Yeah. So the way this works is pretty simple. Whenever in create, whenever you have a hose pulley pulled into a supply of water or a body of water that is more than 10,000 buckets, it is considered a bottomless supply. And of course, that is a bottomless supply. So we pump this lava up into the heat generators, which can use lava to produce electricity or heat. Charcoal just being in the Nether cause it to generate electricity. And yeah, that's how we got it to work. It's self-sufficient as well. The electricity used to pull this stuff up and into and then out of the tank from its own generators. I made it self-sustaining. This one is. Oh, this is my spout for when I was. I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to go for the same aesthetic, I guess, as I was building, but really, my time in the Nether was very limited, and I don't really do too much in it at all. Although I have spent a lot of time in here, it's just not. I don't have too much going on here to begin with. Let's see what else. Cave exploring. Oh, right. It's getting closer to the roof there. Okay, put a glass window. Aha. Add Astra. Oh, in the other, of course. So, okay. For context, actually before I go there, this bench right here, this has to do with the mod Ad Astra, and that's where you go to the moon, Mars, Venus, and Mercury, and some other planet. I'll get to that in a bit. That's actually, I made a separate base location just for this mod. I thought it was cool. It deserved its own little themed area. And then this is the other. So the other is basically a mod pack special dimension, which you have to go to kill some of these guys. There's special enemies in this dimension here. You can't fly on it either, and it's really difficult. Like, they have a lot of health, 9,999, called the Piglich, and you need their hearts to build the ultimate all the mod star. which is basically one of the biggest goals in this mod pack, although it doesn't have to. What else? Yeah. So that's when I found those pyramids. That's just a big village. Oh, Stargate Journey. Yes, so Stargate Journey is kind of a... Oops. Stargate Journey is kind of a... There's not much to it in this mod pack. It's probably just a skill issue on my part, but the only place I can go to is this planet here. I think it's pretty cool. Very unique. 3 moons. But apart from that, I have not found any other way to explore other worlds in this mod pack. I mean, in this mod. I've explored a lot. There's cool tech, but I just there really isn't too much going for it other than that it's just like a very unique little world here. You know, you're living with probably with a buddy, playing with a buddy. You could probably have him come here to this desert world. Oh yeah, I died trying to start that thing up. Oh, got my first Adamantium pickaxe. This was when I was doing my exploring. That's more Stargate stuff. Oh boy. It's getting into hostile mob. I forget what it's called. It's a mob farming mod. It's pretty cool. Like you put in crap. Hostile mobs. It's here. It's called hostile neural networks, and pretty much you kill anything enough times with a little card in your hand, you get their data model, and you put their data model in one of these simulation chambers. You give these simulation chambers like their, I don't know, their fuel, I guess. Not their fuel, like their, a prediction matrix. And with that, they have a chance, or over time, they gain a percentage to create like a prediction. And you put this thing in another machine, and it gives you their loot, which is pretty sweet. Like, I don't need to ever, I think, farm iron ever again. I've got enough of that. But check this out. Yeah, I might actually play my fishing dollars for this. All I gotta do, yeah, see this, right? Well, okay, I'll explain this whenever the time comes. But it's like, okay, crap, not this. This, it's thrown into this thing, and this thing has a chance to make these little these little predictions, which can then be processed into mob drops, which makes farming, oh, a godsend. Or that's the godsend for mob farming right there. It's a bit of a shame that they don't have every mob in there, but like, of course, it incentivizes you to kind of get out there and try other mob farming techniques. Oh, so Marcela's my beautiful girlfriend. she's no longer Papalacus. That's my sniffer. I have changed their consciousnesses from, a sniffer to a robot because she does not consent to being a big, and I quote, ugly animal. Yes, I am sorry, Papalacus. She called you a very ugly animal. But she preferred to be the robot instead, and I have her here as a little companion in my world. Then what did I do? Right, that's me farming for more stuff, trying to get more Adamantium. Yeah, so that was me leveling up. I do actually currently have that armor equipped. I like the look of the priest armor. Reminds me of like that ultra kill angel kind of thing going on. I like that. I like it. Oh yeah, and then I finished around that time the beginning. So if there's so much more I have left to do in this mod pack, where if I started recording now, which I am, there's nothing. I mean, there's so much more I have to do. Other than I already got past like the survival stage hurdle. Now it's more like you have to design, engineer, and build and whatnot. Just like this is all of this. I finished it. I killed the end dragon, the wither, the warden, and I got an obtainium. Like I got my gear, my armor, and my bosses. That's pretty much the whole beginning part. So, what more? All right, the Twilight Forest. Oh man, the Twilight Forest. I love the Twilight Forest. I'm gonna show you that. Of course, I've gone through much of it. Again, the maps are a bit weird. Oh, there we go. Gone here and there, but honestly, it's not in the quest book fully yet. I do have to come back here for more, but I just don't. I don't want to yet. It's like we'll cross that bridge when I'm supposed to, you know. Or I could. It doesn't matter. Right. Started developing the base. The Aether. Love the Aether. I did some good boss fighting over there. And then I continued to develop my base till today. So much farming. It's getting into generators. Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll just leave it at that for now. Honestly, that's too much of a recap. The recording so far is like 30 minutes in. I've spent about half an hour just talking away. But yeah, there's just cool stuff all around. Just an introduction to this. I don't know how to do this, and I just really want to document what I'm doing on my Minecraft world. I don't want to be the only one who gets to enjoy from the things I build. So yeah, I guess that's about it. See ya.